So this is how I wrote my song Hollow. First I started with the main hook. I used my presets in the Archetype Mateus plugin. This one is Syncato Split Coil. And then I layered the hook with this plugin. It's a really good plugin. It has a lot of amazing instruments. You can tell a lot of love went into making this, so I do recommend checking it out. And I basically put that melody that I wrote into this, and it sounds like this. So that layered with my guitar gives the initial sound for the hook. To give it the old sound, I basically run it through Archetype Mateus. I turn off the amp and cab, and then I turn on the mod pedal, which kind of gives it this old vintage sound. So this is without it. With it. And I also use the same plugin for the intro. Sometimes I like to use the phrases feature, kind of just tweak it to my liking. Which will lead into the jump riff. And I use the Mesa Boogie on this one. Mesa Boogie is a really good plugin if you want like a super tight percussive sound. Here's another part that a lot of people are asking about, and it's this preset that I made on the Soldano. I called it Ambient Sci-Fi. It has like a really trippy sound. This is what it sounds like dry. And as you can see, that's a melody that I do bring back later on as like more of like a math rocky type riff. So one thing I like to do is create melodies and basically play it differently throughout the song. So you get the familiarity of that melody, but it's just played with either different instruments or different effects. And here's that melody brought back again that was used in the sci-fi part, but now it's played as a full realized piece. For this selective picking part, I used my selective picking preset on Archetype Mateus. That one's just like really punchy, but also super clean. For the high gain part, I used the Plenty Octaver going into the Mesa Boogie. And basically with this, the Mesa Boogie, because it's not like a huge sounding amp, it's a really tight sounding amp, and you can add a lot of distortion to it. So what it does is it blends really well with these tighter drums that I did. The drums aren't like huge and bombastic. They're very 3D and in your face. So with the smaller amp sound, it blends really well, but it has a lot of distortion. So it still gives that illusion of it being more or less metal, but it fits really well with the tight kick drum and the tight snare. For this ending breakdown, I gave the melody to this harp. So for this ending part, I wanted to actually mess with doing a breakdown and using delays to help kind of keep the rhythm under the huge drop. Because I knew what I wanted to do was build up and then drop to a huge 808, but I still wanted to give some, atmosphere. So I basically decided to try and hit those notes and then let the delays ring out. But then there's also some dry hits in there as well too. So together. And that's how Hollow was written.